September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Centre, Visitors Room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was just all skin and bones. Ellipses? What really happened? Ellipses. You don't mean he refused to help? Ellipses? I see. I've been abandoned then. We'll do it. Your family? Alright. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Your mother? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say that ESPN runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. Ellipses. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my ESPN. ESPN? That's the thing in America. ESP. Have I said ESPN all along? That'll be interesting to find out. I feel bad for her. All by herself on that mountain. So, who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Ellipses? The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. Ellipses. White? Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. Ellipses. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No, I'll defend her. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Exclamation mark? Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon someone else's... I don't know why. I can't abandon her. Ellipses. No one is as sad as the person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. Ellipses? That's so kind of you. Sniff. Ellipses. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes! And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. So I guess we're going back to the old hotel then. See if we can sniff out that drawer. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me? You are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Lipsies. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Yeah. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that a Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? White. White! That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Let's just examine that drawer. I don't think there's anything else we can do to examine in here. Let's have a look. There's a screwdriver sticking out of a half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Ellipses! What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with something like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... Oh, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I'll look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. So let's see what happens to us on the September 7th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 1. Rubble, 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 rubble. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honour. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honour. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Oh, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I have hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Witness testimony. Maya Fay's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed the scene. There were 2 people there already. Have I changed his voice slightly? The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. At the very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honour. Cross-examine what? I can't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey! Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honour. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Cross-examination, Maya Fay's arrest. So let's press everything. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I'm pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving a call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found at the scene were. Yes, sir. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should really pick my points to press with a little more care. Why is that? What's your reason? Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard you correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages. Ellipses. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Witness testimony. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Rubble, 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 rubble. How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we can begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
Well, I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright, let's have a think about this. After securing the suspect, yep, that he did. Found a memo, yep, okay, that's fine. Clearly written in blood, yeah, we saw that. It was yeah, of course, it was probably the victim's. Blood on the fingers. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha, nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Question. Before she died, does the autopsy report not say she died instantly? I think that's true. Instantaneous, yeah, so we'll be presenting that then. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it, who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Rabble, 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 rabble. Order!
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Day of the murder. Day after the. It was the day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honour. What? A second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to the blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honour, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defence will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honour. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honour, I submit this report to the court.
Yeah, understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honour, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Rubble. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?